Well, welcome back. Another episode of Tuesdays with TU. We are on our way on this beautiful day to the port of Indiana. And we've got a couple pieces of machinery that came in overseas. They're on the dock right now. So got Clayton, we got Mark over there. We got 2 trucks getting loaded today. It's 53 feet long, all of our trailers. That's all we buy. We don't buy any 48-foot trailers. So with that being said, all of our step decks are 42 foot on the bottom deck and 11 foot on the top deck. So they stretch from there. So the bottom deck on the step decks are 42 feet. This piece is 48 feet. So we'll have to stretch 6 feet. Looks like they're gonna load them. We're at the port. The boats come right in there and they'll dock on this dock. And they'll tie up and they'll offload right here. That's why all these cranes are here. They'll pull it right off the boats, set it on the ground, and then they ship it out from here. So there we got the stretch piece. That piece is 48 foot long. There you see Clayton stretch his trailer there. It's an opening in the deck. Get them loaded. Showed up at the right time. This piece weighs exactly 61,729 pounds. Therefore, the reason for needing the 3-axle step deck. So at that weight, you're gonna be overweight and you need that extra axle to handle the weight so you can legally permit it and have your axle weights correct. You can see he's got that trailer stretched there. They're loading that piece all the way to the front. He's got some extra space there in the back. He overstretched the trailer. It's gonna help with distribution of the weight. This piece is only going about 60 miles up to a city outside of Chicago. Right now we are in Portage, Indiana, at the port of Indiana. So it's only going about 60 miles. So close run. He's gonna load it right now and go and deliver it today actually. It's only 9 in the morning, so he'll be up there in a few hours. They're getting it positioned. We've got 5 guys on the piece. Looks like guys lining it up, making sure that the piece is loaded square. It is wide also. This piece is about 9 foot 10 inches wide. So they're making sure that the overhang is even on both sides, weights distributed properly. Last axle, you see that piece is coming down and it's sitting right on top of that tire, so that's not gonna work. So they're picking it back up and they're either gonna have to scoot it back. What I'm guessing they're gonna do is now they're gonna pick the piece up and they're gonna scoot it back right about probably 3 feet to be on the middle of that deck between that first and that second axle. Yep, that's exactly what they're doing. Looks like they got it setting right over where those tires are going to be on that high spot. See that? Exactly what I thought they were going to do. That's loaded perfectly. That weight's going to distribute nicely over those 3 axles on the back. Look at that. Looks like these guys got wood on top of that load. Clayton just pointed it out. So something probably from shipping, but you got 3 little pieces of wood on top of that load there. Obviously needs to be removed. He's gonna take a ride, get those 3 pieces of wood out. You don't know what they throw on this stuff overseas. It's on the boat for a long time. Things change. They have to reposition everything. So getting those 3 little pieces of wood off, make sure the public's safe. There'll be no injuries, no claim, no damage. Those were big pieces of wood. Looks like 8-footers. There's a smaller one. Okay, he's in the middle of there's a strap up there, more wood up there, another piece of wood. Two more pieces of wood. It's almost to the front of the crate. More wood, piece of rubber, more pieces of rubber, another piece of rubber. All stuff that could have come off running down the road and hit a car, hit a windshield. It could have been in the road and run over popped tires, could have caused an accident, could have made somebody swerve, cause an accident. And all this garbage came off the top of that crate. See here, the trailer's stretched, allowing him to load this piece. This is what we get a closer look at now. They were originally, it was the first time we watched that piece come down, they were gonna set this piece of wood right on top of this tire, which clearly wouldn't work. It wouldn't allow them to travel. So like I assumed, they picked it right back up, moved it back about 2 feet. They got it on this deck plate. They have this cribbing on this deck plate. And then you have all this travel space in the middle of the piece, or the middle of the wheel, to the top of the piece. So what you'll see on these crates, especially ones that come from overseas, is you'll see all your markings on them. So like that, you've got your center of gravity marking, and then you have your no forklift markings. And then what you'll see is if you ever see a crate that has an umbrella on it, they'll have a big umbrella painted on it. Let's see any here for an example. But if you ever see a crate that shows an umbrella on it, that means that piece has to be tarped. So you better never see an umbrella because that piece should be tarped already. What's up, Clayton?
Morning, morning.
Do you see how much stuff they threw off the top of this crate?
All that wood and stuff?
Yeah. Let's see how strong Clayton is. He's on camera now, so no pressure.
No pressure.
Oh, man, the pressure got to you that time. So from here, this plate, to the back of this plate right here, that's where the trailer is when it's closed up. But if you look underneath, you see the holes there. So you've got 4 holes that are visible. Well, if you come up here, there's a pin lock. So to stretch this trailer, you lock the trailer axles from the truck, lock pin, pull to release, push the lock. So this is the lock pin, so you would pull to release the lock. And what you have here is, you see right here, it's a pin. So this pin is going through the holes. So you pull this, it would release the pin. This bar would pull the pins out. There's a pin on both sides. It would pull this pin out, allow the driver to stretch the trailer however far he needs to stretch the trailer. And then when he's lined back up with a hole, you see you have many different options. These are just 4. This trailer would stretch much farther. When you're lined up where you need to be, you can push this lock back in. The pins will then go back into the rails of the trailer, into the hole. You have to be lined up where the hole is. The pins will go back in. This trailer is locked in place. The pins are back into a hole. He stretches where he needs to be, and now he's good to travel. All right, guys, we got both these trucks loaded. This is Mark's load. Clayton's still behind us. He's ready to go. He's signed, he's flagged, he's got straps and everything. He's getting his paperwork from the office there, and then he's gonna be hitting the road. We got about 60 miles to a delivery today. Clayton's got his piece secured. He's got his flags on, got his signs on. He's in the back of the trailer now putting his oversized sign on. And he'll be pulling out of here momentarily. All right, we are on the road. Got these loads on the road, should be at destination in a couple hours. All the way from Germany. It's a good old Portage, Indiana. Another happy customer. All right, guys, I want to thank you all for watching another episode. Stay tuned as we drop more every week, and hope you're enjoying it so far. I know we're having a blast out here on the road, showing you guys what we do, so talk to you soon.